We will rise and open the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome to our year-end cleanup meeting. We have a few transfers to approve today and a couple of other little administrative tasks, so it should be a short and sweet meeting here. Under new business, we do have one reappointment that we need to do as a council for the next coming year. So 2022, our PIP, Partners in Progress appointments are John and from the council, and then Mark Hodges as the council appointee designee. And so Mark is okay with continuing to serve, and John is okay continuing to serve on into 2022. So I'd entertain a motion for that reappointment.
So moved.
We have a motion by Clark and a second by Jeff to reappoint those two gentlemen. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries 5-0 with John abstaining. I have one other item that for new business, and this came up yesterday at the commissioners meeting. Here it is. And you'll recall it several times over really over recent years, but even at this most recent budget meeting, we talked about pictometry. Pictometry provides aerial imagery for the county, and we've had a contract with them over the last several years. We've gone through 2-3-year cycles with them where they've done flights that they do a flight, we pay for it over 3 years. They do another flight, we pay for it over the next 3 years. That contract actually had expired. There was no payment due in the 2021 budget, and then they've had approached the county about redoing another flight. Now, we typically work with that through the surveyor's office, uses that a great deal, and we use it with reassessment because we can use those flights to verify, new building, new construction, new patios, those kinds of things to make sure we get it on the tax rolls. So for the last several weeks, Dana had really taken the lead on this. We've been working with the company on trying to, we'd gotten an initial quote, and it was quite a bit more than what we had paid the first time, and part of it was because they were providing a higher level of imagery, higher degree of resolution than what we had done last time. And so we, through a lot of discussions and going back and forth and Dan got involved as well, we tried to determine what we really needed and then did some negotiations and got it down to where it's an affordable contract. What we paid for in the last contract was around $22,000 a year, and what I passed out to you is what the payment structure would be for the next 6 years if we did 2 more flights. So that would be a flight taking new imagery in the spring of 22. And then we'd pay for that over 3 years, and then in year 4 we'd do a second flight. But we're locking in the price for all of that now. But we'd be locking in essentially annual payments of $27,340. Now, we previously split that payment up in from three departments. We paid some of it out of CEDIT, we paid some out of a reassessment, and some out of Dan's plat book. Dana and Dan are okay with continuing, and they are willing to increase their contributions to make up that increased price and keep the CEDIT part level with what it has historically been. So the other thing I wanted to just pass around so you can see, if you'll share that. So there's the map, and I'm sorry I don't have enough copies, but the blue area is going to be shot in 3-inch resolution. So that's significantly better than what we've had before. We've had 6-inch and 9-inch resolution before. So then the purple area will be in 6-inch. So we are kind of moving everything up one notch and getting a higher resolution for very minimal cost increase. But that's going to come in very helpful when we use this for trying to look at reassessment needs. If Dan's trying to, you can see the blue area, the 3-inch area is in the parts of the county where we expect there to be more activity. So if we need to look for drainage issues or whatever, we'll have that really high resolution imagery to try to find that. So I just wanted you to see what we were getting with that. So yesterday the agreement actually went to the commissioners. They approved it. We need to approve the funding that we're willing to fund this contract. And Pictometry wanted us to make a decision by the end of the year because they're arranging their flight schedule to start early in 2022. So there was some sense of urgency to get this done. So if you're all on board with that, what I need is a motion to approve the funding of the contract for this 6-year pictometry agreement, which consists of 2
Is
flights.
reasoning that goes north there just goes mainly Hardy Hills?
Probably. I didn't actually talk specifically about that. I don't know if Dana, they're talking about this corridor that goes straight north here, that's in the blue, the 3-inch.
We didn't really talk about that, but
yesterday about moving it out from out east
Well, yeah.
to out west.
Yeah, that's this.
Where 65
Right.
and 28, because that, we figured that would be an area of growth or building some kind of made some changes in the area so so it could be moved out of, if you were going.
And Liz indicated yesterday at the commissioners meeting about your department using this imagery quite a bit too. So,
Yeah, they help us a lot. Yeah. Like Dana's department, one spot, where we're doing enforcement right now.
so it,
Beacon does from above, the photometry, you can move it around to side and get a little more detail.
3D.
Patios and metal roofs look almost identical from straight above too, so it can help for, or, you know, numbers of windows, somebody saying you're not changing something.
oh boy. So basically, we had a 1 year, kind of a 1 year respite from this payment, but really all we're doing is reestablishing something that's been in the budget for a while.
I'll go ahead and make a motion, we'll go ahead and pass this then.
Okay. I have a motion by Mike and a second by Jeff. Everybody clear on that? I have a copy of the full contract. It's 18 pages. I didn't think you wanted to look at that, but if you do want to see it, it's here. All those in favor then, raise your right hand. That motion carries 6-0. Okay, thank you for that. That gets us to the primary purpose of our meeting today, which is the appropriation or the approval of some last minute transfers. I think just because it's sitting here loose, let's look at this brand new one that Janet just mentioned. We'll do it first. It's from the commissioners. It's $82.96 from copier supplies to the commissioner line, where we had a shortfall. In the coroner's budget, $440 from clothing to the deputy coroner. Purdue Extension, $101.84 from the janitor to the secretary's line. And for the auditor is submitting to clean up $5,648.11 from the unemployment line to the dental insurance line. $1,251.83 from unemployment insurance to group insurance that the auditor is asking for. Superior Court, $706 from part-time court reporter to criminal court reporter, from position to position. $543.33 and circuit court from office supplies to pauper attorney. For Parkview Home, $1,279.28 from kitchen supervisor to the night watchman line. In reassessment, $77.30 from part-time to perf. And last is, it's $395, E911, $395 from health to the dental line. The remainder of the transfers, I believe, am I right, Janet, are no approval needed? Okay.
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, I have a motion by Jeff, and I actually had John with the second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries 6-0. The last item that we have on the published agenda is the letter from the auditor detailing that the loans that we took out earlier this year from the hospital contractual fund to first the county general. We did a loan before the spring tax settlement, and then also to the, I believe it was reassessment or health. I guess reassessment fund, the $50,000 to reassessment that we did as a tax anticipation type of loan. Those have been repaid by the end of the year per state law.
So do we need some kind of acknowledgement on the minutes that we received that from the auditor?
Well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's in the minutes.
it's in the
Okay.
minutes, yeah, that it was brought up. So, anybody else need any, we have several people in the room, anybody else have any business to bring before the council? Commissioner Brewer.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Have a couple things that I wanted to update you on. The first is kind of some good news. We knew we were going to get this, but maybe had forgotten about it. When we signed the interlocal agreement with Frankfurt Utilities to run the infrastructure out to 28, there was a tap fee, service fee for anyone that hooks up. And so we got notified that we have a payment of, it's actually $88,000 $200 coming to us from that tap fee the utilities collected from NHK. 25,700 is for the water portion, and then 62,500 from the wastewater.
Great.
So that's good news. And then any additional infrastructure that comes in out there will have this one-time fee each time, unless for some reason us and the utilities would agree upon waiving it. But at this point, that's the one we have. So good news there. I did want to update you as well that the bid has went out for the third floor renovation. So we should be receiving those back here in January. And then also, I would say by middle of January, we should be having the bid out for the fairgrounds project for the renovation of the grandstand. So I just want to put both of those on your radar, let you know that we have some stuff coming in for hopefully projects that'll be happening in 2022.
Yeah, we'll have to deal with, on the fairground, we'll have to, that line item this year will roll back into the cash balance, and we'll have to reappropriate that money. So we'll have to, which is good, because then we can have actual numbers to know what
Yeah.
to appropriate.
And I did receive one bid, rough estimate. We had talked about in conjunction with remodeling or refurbishing the grandstands of trying to get the electrical from being overhead to underground. It came in around 164,000. It could be split out. That's just a rough number as of today. So once we get the bids on the grandstand portion, we can kind of put it together and prioritize what fits in the budget and what we're able to accomplish.
Okay.
So.
Hey, Jordan, while you're here, I wanted to give you, you can share this with Mark. This was the map that you had yesterday in black and white.
Oh,
You guys
yeah.
couldn't see the split.
Yeah, that helps a little bit.
So if you guys want to visualize that a little better.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Nothing? All right, well, seeing and hearing none, we'll declare 2021 adjourned.